Hey guys, so today I wanted to do a video on how you can save money when owning so many pets. Now, owning this many pets can get quite expensive, but there is ways you can minimize the costs and be able to spend your money more maybe on yourself or more on things you would actually like to spend on your pets, like toys and things like that. So starting off with food, so this is going to be probably one of your most expenses on an animal. Food costs quite a lot, especially if you have multiple, and a tip I can give you is not to do fortified food. Now that's not just because I'm an advocate for natural food, although I am, but fortified food is expensive, especially if you're getting high quality. Now you should be getting high quality if you're feeding fortified food anyways, but it can get expensive. I'm going to do a little calculation for Australian dollars on the Oxbow rabbit food. So this here in Australia is about $30-ish, and you'd probably have to get that about once a month if you have 2 or more rabbits. Now, for veggies, depending where you get it, veggies for me personally is about $30 a week, and I reckon that is a pretty decent amount for the amount of animals I have. But that's only because I get it from a veg shop that literally sells them for like 50 cents. But I know a lot of people do their veggie shopping at grocery stores, which is totally fine, but they do rank up the prices. So about $30 a week for your veg. So if you calculate that, so let's do 30 times 4, which is $120 a month, and then plus your $30 for that bag of pellets, times that by 12, you're going to be spending $1,800 a year just on that animal's food. Now let's do a calculation without the fortified food. So now we're just going to do the $30 for veggies times 4, and then times that number by 12, and that is only $1,440. So you're saving about $360 a year not paying for fortified food. And even if you had more rabbits, that's going to be even more money you'll be saving. So another thing that kind of cooperates into feeding is don't buy them extra supplements and tablets and paste things for your animal. They really don't need it if you're feeding them a really good diet. Now, to me, them vitamin paste, especially the ferret ones, is just a money-making scam, because the ones, especially for ferret, is just trying to get your ferret sick. They have a lot of ingredients that causes lymphoma, adrenal disease, and just health problems rather than helping your animals. So I'll just stay away. And they're like $10 to $15 a tube, which that tube might last you a long time, yeah, but that's still $10 to $15 or maybe $30 a year that you could be saving. And you could also be saving your animal's life, because a lot of them are just full of crap. Another thing that can save you money on your initial cost of getting that animal is going to a shelter or a adoption center. So obviously, when you go through something like a pet store or even a registered breeder, now I'm not against registered breeder, I reckon they do great for animals and things, but a lot of the time they're not going to be microchipped, they're not going to be spayed or neutered, and they're not going to be vaccinated. So that is a very big vet bill to do when you first get that pet. Whereas if you go through a shelter or adopt, they will already be spayed and neutered, they'll already have their vaccines, and they'll already be microchipping. So for me, microchipping is $50. For small animals, it's about $100 to $200 to get them desexed. And then for vaccines, it's about $50 to $150 for small animals, and for dogs, it's about $200 plus. It kind of depends on your vet as well. But for me, it's quite expensive, so if I can save that money and just go and adopt a dog and help a dog out, I am definitely going to choose that route. And although this is only a one-time cost, that's still, what, nearly $1,000 worth of vet bills you could be saving for either yourself or putting in your vet fund for when your dog is actually sick.
Now, if you have pet birds, you know how expensive it is to go out and buy all these perches for them, because perches are expensive. They're like $10 for like 2 little Dow perches. And you should never buy Dow perches in the first place because they are all the same shape and size across the whole perch, so if the bird only has Dow perches available, his weight will always be supported by the same pressure points on its feet, and it can make them develop bumblefoot, which is a very painful infection that causes lumps and bumps. Even concrete perches are no good for any type of bird because they can cause damage to their delicate bones and claws. So I recommend finding branches outside and using them because they are free and they're better. Also, natural perches from outside can be used as a natural chew toy because most birds will like to chew off the bark, and it allows them to have different sizes and stuff, so it's just a whole lot better for your bird.